Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and today's video is going to be kind of a chill craft with me. So if you are somebody who likes a set of really clear, super straightforward laid out steps for you, this might not be the video for you. I will just say that right off the bat. I was just working on some tags just for fun, kind of looking for some ways to use up book pages. And I was kind of in the middle of them, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a few more, finish these off, and do it all on video, and just kind of walk through what I'm doing. So we can just have a good time in a chill, quiet morning or afternoon for you, whatever time it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. So I have quite a few manila folder scraps that are like kind of awkward like this because I make quite a few journals out of manila folders as covers. And so I decided to use them up by making tags like this. And I kind of like this because the back is then blank, of course, so you could write on it. You could, of course, also cover up the back if you want to put some coffee dye paper on there or some other kind of blank scrapbook paper or anything like that. But I just decided to keep it easy for myself and leave those blank. So I'm just kind of cutting these to a size that feels like a good tag size for me. I don't love these. I do have them on the back of one of them, but I think it's a little nicer to cut that off. So maybe we'll do one that's a little taller and skinnier like this, and one that's a little shorter. And I have been using, well, let's cover them first. How about that? So for that, I'm using my scraps of these. These are old French books. I don't know what books they are. They're a fairly nice, slightly heavier white paper. Oh, I love that. And pretty French on them. So I'm actually I used full pages for these, so I just kind of covered the whole thing. But I think with these, I'm gonna actually, I've got all these white edges. So I think I'm gonna actually collage a little bit, but like make a base collage out of the words, because I don't want all this big white space. So I'm just gonna rip these down a little and get myself enough. These poor books. At least they're getting new life though, I gotta tell you. They're a little bit moldy when I got them, and I spent quite a while airing them out with some baking soda and just kind of letting that smell dissipate. So don't feel too bad for them because they kind of have special new life in them because of this. So that's how I look at it. They would have just gone in the trash compactor otherwise. I could have kind of mixed these up with other kinds, but I sort of liked the idea of doing this monotone. I'm generally against black and white, but as you see, I'm actually introducing quite a bit of browns and some color. So I actually used some rub-ons, some transfers on these, and I liked the way that turned out. I'm gonna need a couple more. I liked the way it turned out on top of the book pages because the book pages are so kind of thicker and sturdier that it really, you get the pressure marks even, and it's actually kind of nice. You can see it gives it texture. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that on video, but it ends up with some texture there. And speaking of which, I just got a new light set up, which I don't know if you can tell. Hopefully, I'm filming at night, and hopefully it makes it a little bit better and brighter and easier to see. This light had more settings in terms of different, it wasn't just crazy bright white LED, which is the one that I tried before. I could not film under that kind of insane lighting conditions because I'm very sensitive. And so I think this one will work, and I hope that it makes the light a little easier so you can see what I'm doing even when it's not the middle of the day, because I just can't always film. Sometimes nighttime is the time for it. So there we are. Okay, so we've got these covered. Let's cut them down, and then we'll see what we're dealing with here. I've got this other pack of transfers that I really like the look of. So I was planning to use those on here. Maybe where we have seams in these, we'll use some washi tape to kind of bring that together. I don't know. I'm just kind of messing around. I sort of did a little bit of a kind of making them match like a set. They're similar, but not the same. Okay, so I've been using this We Are Memory Keepers punch to make my tab sides, and I love it. It makes it so easy, so nice, so quick, and they're always beautiful. And so then let's give them some ink just so we can see what that edge looks like. And I'll show you what I did to the edge too. I have talked about this thing before, but I actually really enjoyed this for these. I have this little hair necks. It says Kokuyo on the back, and it is a staple without a staple. But what it does on these is gives me a beautiful kind of textured little bite that looks kind of like I've sewn, even though I haven't sewn. So if you like that look and you want to get, an approximation, what you could do probably if you want it to be darker is you could use some color on it. Let's try that out. Let me see if I have, I don't know. I have this is a little thick and it's black. So I don't know if that will work or how it will work, but no, doesn't really Doesn't really want to go in there. Kind of. But I'm thinking you can probably find maybe something better than this. Although it is actually kind of working out. If you like that look of black stitching or brown stitching. You can give it a little bit more of a darker look, but I like it just, you know, against the ink. In fact, there might be an ink that you could use over those. But the thing is they're indents into the paper more than raised, so it's a little bit hard. I'm gonna do that on this one too, just because I think it looks so nice. I like these little tricks like this that you learn after a while, you know? Oops. You do have to get it all the way in there. And sometimes it's a little fussy and weird. Like I'll think I have it all the way in there, but then I punch it and it's like, no. Okay, so let's look. That's the base of our tags. What else do we want to do? So I've got these guys, and I don't remember exactly where I got these. I think it was on Etsy. Ooh, there's 2 pages in there. I thought there was 1 page in there for a second. I was like, that doesn't seem right. They're called MU Craft Moo series, and I think I got them from a shop on Etsy somewhere. It's been a while though. So I like these guys. I like these bigger ones. Ooh, that flower is really pretty. I think I'm gonna put that flower on my tall skinny one. And maybe we'll do something else too. So we'll put this guy like here. And then I want this big bird, I think. But I also like this guy. Ooh, I like that guy a lot. Maybe the bird, I don't know that goes together. This guy might go on here, just that corner piece, or this one. I don't know. With that flower, who's gonna go? I don't think the words are gonna be my best choice. Maybe just this guy or this guy. No. Troubled. There isn't really a good matching one. Ooh, this bird goes all the way across. So he's actually kind of wide. I'd actually have to cut him off. So, okay. I am gonna have to cut off the clock a little bit too, but that's okay. I'm gonna do the clock. Okay, let's go ahead and do those two and we'll see how they turn out. And then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna do this guy kind of at the top here. So the paper comes off the back, and I hope these are good ones that will cooperate with me. Oh, that's gonna be fun. And I usually just use a pencil without the lead open. I've got these mechanical pencils. I've got some, you know, popsicle sticks laying around too that can be good. Bone folder can work, really. But I tend to like that pencil tip for kind of getting a good coverage over everything and not feeling like I missed anything. Although with the good rub-ons, they generally are pretty good. They generally stick together pretty well, even if you miss a little tiny bit here and there, they'll come away with it. You can kind of see, actually don't know if you can, but I can kind of see as it spreads, as it sticks underneath there, starts to pull away from that top sheet of paper. There's something really satisfying about rub-ons. I don't know about you guys, but they don't always turn out the best. It's hard to make them really, to know what context to use them in and to really, you know, to really make them fit in with the collage and stuff. Ooh, look at that. It's already kind of coming up. I just want to make sure that there's a couple darker pieces there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, I really like that one. That's actually my favorite so far. I think that worked out really well. Ooh, just as I'm saying, it's hard to make them work out. Ooh, that, I really like that. Okay, let's do this one too. And then we'll put some more, maybe on both, depending on what we can figure out here. Oh my goodness. Fun times. I love that feeling when they start kind of, you can kind of see the paper, the top paper getting more opaque as the design pulls away underneath. It's fun. This guy's gonna be awesome too. Although I think there's some pieces that I can't really see here. There's a little bit of writing down at the bottom there. I'm actually getting ahead in my filming because I'm gonna be away. I'm going to Japan for a fairly long trip. Oh, that's pretty too. I love it. All right, let's add something to this. Can I add this one? Will it go? I don't know if it will, but you know what? I'm loving these. I'm loving these rub-ons. With this kind of set of tags so much that I'm just gonna go ahead and put them together, because honestly, I don't know what I'll use these rub-ons for otherwise anyway. I have to deliberately pull them out and be like, I'm gonna do a project with rub-ons, or else I just don't even think of them. They did turn out really well as the focal point of the little envelopes I did a few months back. It was like these very pretty green and purples. I made the envelopes myself, and then I cut out circles in the middle, and I filled those circles with acetate windows with little rub-on flowers on them. They were different from these, but those turned out really well, and I really enjoyed making those. But it's rare that I come across a project where I'm like, ooh, a rub-on would be really the thing here, you know? Otherwise, it's sort of like, what do we do with these? Okay, I like that. What about this guy? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go full bore on those. I think I might do these. Because I do want to do some of the other bits and bobs, like some words maybe, and some stamping. I haven't really decided that those others are done yet. That one is, the one with the Wanderlust on it, I think. That's all we can do there. I just need to give it an eyelet and maybe some twine, I think. But the others, I don't know. They're not all feeling, I mean, that one is blank. That's obviously not done. In fact, maybe we should put another one of these on that guy too. Ew. This one's a little weirder. Huh? But it's coming off just fine. That edge was a little bit weird, but oh, I like this. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna put some washi on that. It's got kind of a very obvious seam in the middle, which is fine. I'm just gonna cover it up with some of this washi. Because that will be fun. And cover up the weird seam. Ugh. I like it. Now what? What should we put on it? Okay, let's do a little bit. So this guy, this stamp, I love it. I absolutely love it. This came from Album Love Handmade. She's on Etsy. It's a very, very popular stamp. She is constantly sold out of it. And once I got one, I could totally see why, because I am super addicted to it and I am putting it everywhere. It's really hard not to, because it just leaves you with that cool sort of partly here, partly not there pattern that just adds a little something to everything, you know? I don't think I'm going to stamp any more words on these because they're at risk of becoming too busy. I have some of these papers. Something might make a nice edge or something. And then maybe some actual words. Something like this. That could work. Oh, that's very elegant. I like it. Let's do it. Sometimes you just need a project like this, right? Where you're like, okay, here's some things that I want to work with. And I'm going to just sit down and work with them. Make some things out of them. And it's just kind of for fun. And it doesn't matter if it's a thing really at the end of it. Or how it comes out. Like you're just... I mean, the whole reason I ever started doing any of this is because I just wanted to play with paper. So that's what this is. It's just playing with paper. I think that's the doneness for me of this one. I mean, I don't think it needs more. Those two can be considered finished. I also started putting some paper clips on some of them because I just kind of liked that look. I just liked having some other kind of metal element on them, and maybe that's an idea. Maybe that's a weird idea. You know, like I could put eyelets just for the fun of putting eyelets. Just put like a row of eyelets just to have some beautiful metal on my, this guy needs washi too. He's got a seam here that's too obvious. What do you think? Should we experiment with the eyelets? Brings the words to me. I'm just putting that other piece on there because I got too much and I don't want to just toss it. And there's another seam up here too that I should, but that's okay. I kind of like that little staggered washi. That washi tape is really great. That's also from Album Love Handmade. I love her stuff. I would like to start making my own washis and rubber stamps and things like that, but I'm still trying to figure out how all that works. I got this little piece here that's kind of been sitting here staring at me, crying out to be used too. I've been sort of thinking about putting it. It kind of naturally would go at the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that though, because then you lose your... I could do my stapler thingy over the top again. I think I'm gonna do it. I like it. I wanna save it. This is a little bit from another project that I cut off. This has been sitting on my desk for a while, kind of just begging to be salvaged. I need to do another project with those papers. I really love those papers. The old rose petal shop papers. I should have inked it before I put it on, but we'll take it a little bit like this. And that'll work too, actually. Actually, maybe I'll do a little more ink in a few places here too. Kind of like that look. A little more of it on those edges and corners like that. I like that little grungy look. Let's do that on here too. A little more here. Yeah. Okay. What else do we want to put on here? I kind of just like pulled a whole bunch of things. Like all my words and some fussy cuts and a bunch of stuff to use as options, but the rub-ons are kind of forming the center of this, so I don't want anything that's too much. Kind of just trying to keep it to maybe a little picture here and there. The words, I like the words and how they bring it together. Let's put that guy up there. A little bit of this extra paper kind of fit in nicely, and this one's working for me really well too. I like that. I think we're pretty much close to done with this guy too. I might stick a paper clip on there. Over the top like that. And I'm just going to put a bunch of violets in these guys with some twine, I think. I think twine's the way to go. So, okay, we're liking that one. Do I want to do something else to this guy? I don't know, he's pretty, he kind of could use something here, right? He's got a lot going on, but I think we're pretty close. Maybe something with one of these. I've got these weird green papers that are pretty cool. They went really well with the mushroom journals. Well, the one I made and the one that's still sitting on my table waiting to be finished. Because I started it. I think it's all sewn together and everything, and I just have to do the signatures, which is a really fun part of it. It's just, I was traveling for a while, so I wasn't doing anything. And then once I came home, I wanted to kind of keep up on videos and things. I don't know, what about, I'm just thinking like, maybe there's a way I could use my heart punch and give it a heart that would work on here. Maybe out of one of my scrap papers. This just kind of doesn't have a lot to it. Because I'm not sure I want to add another word in here. I've got this officially late. It's a little hard to tell because it's not like totally stamped, but it kind of is a big set of words there that I don't want to compete with too much. I think we'll do that. Green. It's a little bit odd on this one because I have like planty. The rub-ons are planty on the others. They all have kind of flowery themes, and this one is all male. There's no plants. There's some butterflies, but they're on postage stamps, so I don't know, but I like it. That's good. I'm happy with it. Doesn't need a word. Can be the odd boy out from the others. What other kind of options do I have here? I don't know if this guy's kind of lighter. I have this other page of rub-ons that go with this one. I could maybe do something like that in that top corner. I think that might work really well. Let's do it. This guy here. And then I still have that whole one that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Oh yeah. That's good. Well, I don't think I need a lot else. Do I want, let's look and see if I want. And also these words, those of you who have been following me for a while have probably heard me say this before, but in case you're new here, you're looking for these words. They are in my Etsy shop as a printable download. I use them all the time. I didn't mean to glue that before I looked at whether I really wanted it there or anywhere, but I think I do. I think I'm gonna go with it up here like that. I kind of want to clip something to it. I don't know why, but I just feel like it needs like a little something like this. I don't know why. Yes. Oh, but I love that. Doesn't it bring it together? Oh my gosh. Genius. I'm a genius. Silly. Okay, good. Done. What about this guy? What do we have left for rub-ons? Ooh, paper play time is so fun. Those are awfully wordy, most of these. Or else like teeny. Ugh. I so love him and I want to use him, but well, I could cut off the what do you call it? The postcard part of it and just go with him just like that. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, I'm not loving these. So I think I might do it. There's also this guy, which is kind of cool. That would be a neat one to put on there. I think I'm going to use the bird. I like him. And realistically, especially once these guys are cut up, who knows what's going to happen to them. You know, their backsides fall off. All sorts of things befall the little pieces of what's left. Okay, so let us, it really is, I think, right on the line of that. This guy where it needs to go and be chopped. So chop away. All right, birdie. Let's get you on here. Just like that. Oh my goodness. Man, if you told me when I was a little kid that I could make videos like this and 2,500 people would subscribe and some of them would actually watch them and YouTube would send me money, I would never have believed you. I would have thought you were absolutely bonkers. But I will say, there are people who make far weirder videos, right? Like, there's these people who just stream themselves playing video games, and people watch that. And that to me is, I don't understand that. So we all have our things, right? Okay, birdie, 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 birdie. Let's get you on there. It's got a lot of dark bits here in the middle that are gonna be hard to tell. I just wanna make sure I really got him and I'm not gonna lose bits of that nice design. Okay, very good. Got my birdie. And then I think we're gonna go with this one again. I'm gonna go this guy, but I want it a little skinnier and shorter. So it's gonna be something like this. And then that's gonna get a word. How about create? I don't think I have anything to do with birds, really. The only thing about this light, it is very nice. I like it, but it is hot. It is very, very hot. And I myself, these days, temperature-wise, that is, am also very hot all the time. So that might be one piece that will motivate me to get my filming done in the daytime, so I don't have to be sitting under this hot light. How do we want this? I think it's got to go here, but I should have cut it off first just to make sure I was seeing this, how it's going to look. Yeah, that's good. That's also good. Ooh, I like these. All right, so let's undress a little and then put some holes in here with some thingamajiggies. You know what I mean. Eyelets. Do I want to do big eyelets? Maybe I want to do big eyelets. I was thinking we were going to do small ones, but the big flat ones might actually be very beautiful on these. Let's do a big flat one on here to start with, and then we'll see. I just made little marks, just guessing, just because it's a little bit easier to see with my eyeballs than with trying to guess. I always am significantly off when I try to do it with just the crocodile. There's something about the illusion there that I get. I have a tendency to go off to one side. I think it's the left. For whatever reason, I cannot see that properly. Why are you not? It kind of squished. I don't know, it didn't go all the way. I'm not sure how I feel about the big one. I think I might want to keep these to little ones. It's a little overpowering. And there's a lot going on these already. I swear I brought my little ones over. I have a whole bag. Yeah. Let's do a little one on this one and we'll see. I think I'm gonna prefer to go with these. There, not. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah? Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick with the little ones. Punch all the holes. Let's put some twine in too and see how that looks. And we'll have a sense of the final product. I'm getting a little long here too. These more relaxed ones always do, just because it takes me longer because I'm fussing and chatting and trying to figure stuff out, but I don't want to get too far along before my technology tells me, Rachel, it's too long. Okay, look at that. Let's just put a little twine in and we'll see the finished product, and then we'll be on our way. And you guys can follow as much as you like. Try something like this out. Use it as inspiration in as much as you want or don't want. It's meant for fun. I've been trending toward kind of cutting my tag tops off a little shorter these days because I kind of like them that way. Yeah, I like that. This one's still a little long. Woohoo! I like it. That was fun. That was a fun little project. I'm going to finish these up for the thumbnail, and thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate every single one of you. It means so much to me that you're willing to show up and hang out with me and craft and chat and leave me beautiful, wonderful comments. And I will see you in the next video and shortly in the new year.